What's up, you guys? Welcome back
Welcome back to another episode.
of What My Sis Said podcast.
I'm excited.
You
I
know,
haven't seen you since you got back.
I know I was just about to say that Yasmin just flew in last night.
Yes.
So this is our first time seeing
I
each
literally
other.
gave her the biggest hug
Aw,
when I saw her.
how
And you're
sweet.
wearing my favorite color on you.
You know, it is
It's like
February.
a reward.
Shut up. Well, for me, I'm like, it's February. So I was like in the
Yes.
Valentine's
You're
mood,
right,
the
you're
Valentine's
right,
spirit.
you're right.
But I also love pink.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when I was younger, I tried so hard to be different. But like, I don't like pink. Like, dude, I love pink.
I love pink.
It's a great color.
I like red more.
Yeah, red is great
Red
too.
is my favorite color, but
Yeah.
pink. I like the reddish pinkish family,
Mhm.
like that whole.
Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, I was gone for a while. Like pretty much last time you were here, we filmed up until literally we both left the same day for our
Yeah.
trips, right? You went
I
back
think
home.
so.
I went
think
on my
we
trip.
both left.
Yeah, so I've been just out of the country for like
Mhm.
2 weeks, and like, dude, the jet lag, it's way worse. Like, it's worse than Spain. Cause what was the time difference? I'm forgetting. I think it was like 13-hour. It was a 13-hour difference.
Wow.
So like 2 p.m. here would be 2 a.m. there.
Oh.
So my first few days back was really bad. Like, I'd fall asleep at like literally one of the days I fell asleep at 4 p.m. I woke up at 11 p.m. and I didn't
my
sleep
God.
anymore. And I just continued the rest of my
Oh my gosh.
next day.
That's even worse with your like sleeping patterns
I
because
know.
sometimes you can go 12 hours.
It's just hard for me because people are like, just stay up. But you know me, like the sleep demon like possesses my body. Like if I'm
Yeah.
just, that's why I think I finally got my sleep a little better last night. I went to sleep at the past 2 nights. I've been going to sleep at like 8 p.m. So,
Mm.
because I was keeping myself busy during that afternoon stretch, like that 4, 5, 6 p.m., it will hit me
Ah,
so bad. So if I'm just sitting on the couch,
yes.
like I can't help it. Like my eyes closed, and you know me, I don't nap.
Yeah.
I sleep.
Yeah.
And then I'll wake up, it's like 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So I've just been doing that. Like 8 p.m., I go to bed, and I feel like I'm finally getting back
Mhm.
into it.
Yeah.
So
But that's not bad to tell the time. Because when we would be texting, you're like, oh, it's like 2 p.m. there. I'm like, no, Naz, I'm about to go to bed.
I know,
She
yeah.
would never know the time that is here. So
Yeah.
it's like a full 12-hour difference.
I believe like 12 or 13 hours.
Mm.
And then the Maldives had like a different time. I don't know. Like all that just sucks.
I know.
Dude, flying 16 hours, that was the longest I've sat in a
can't
plane.
imagine.
We flew economy. We got exit row, so we had some more leg room. But oh my God, I will never complain about flying to Ohio or Miami. Like 5 hours to me, and I'm like, that's easy.
Oh my gosh.
That's easy.
Coming here, I pulled an all-nighter. Don't ask me why. I just had a lot of things to do. Not an all-nighter. I tried to sleep for a few hours, but when you only have a few hours to
Yeah.
get sleep, you're just always thinking about it. Like, I don't want to miss my flight. So I couldn't even fall asleep. So I was just kind of laying in bed. So technically, I pulled an all-nighter, and I'm telling you, the entire flight,
Knocked out.
I was just waiting to get on the plane because I'm
Yeah.
like, the minute I even sit on my seat,
Yeah.
doesn't even matter if we take off, I'm gonna be gone. I was waiting for the plane to board, like, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes
Yeah.
open. And legit, the second I sat down, I don't know how I got to LA. I just slept the entire. I even, when they come around to give you
Yeah.
drinks, I don't know when that happens. I was gone. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. But it went by a lot faster, I will say.
I have this talent that I can still sleep at night and then sleep my entire flight. Like I slept like 9 hours, I think, of each flight.
That's insane.
Like but see, I can't
couldn't.
pull all nighters and go to the airport anymore. Like me being tired, like my brain doesn't function.
I know.
Like I feel like a kid. I'm like a toddler. Like my mental capacity, like any slight inconvenience, I'll blow up. Like I need at least like 2-3 hours.
know.
But I think it helps that I know Mel will wake me up.
Mm-hmm.
If I was by myself, I couldn't trust myself.
Yeah.
So
That's why I couldn't fall
Yeah.
asleep. But no, the deprivation is serious because one of the times where I was flying back to Miami from LA, I was so sleepy, Naz. You don't understand. I don't think we got much sleep that night when we went out. I don't know what happened.
I
but
was with
didn't-
you.
I think the night before we were out or something. I just didn't. I slept, but I didn't get good sleep.
Yeah, that
And
matters.
mind you, yes, I was so tired. And that happens to me where you ask my name and I'll be like,
I know.
huh? Like I would just be so out of it. So, in the TSA, I'm so sleepy. I'm just getting by, but I thought I could still function. I thought. So I usually travel with a bag, like a duffel
Mm-hmm.
bag situation and a carry-on. I forget my carry-on in the TSA because I'm so sleepy. I just take my duffel, la la la, going down
That
to my thing.
happens.
But they
Even not
found
being
me.
sleepy, that happens.
With what?
Even like not being sleepy, that
See, I never
happens.
I'm usually
Really?
like alert. But
Yeah.
no, they found me. The guy from
Oh,
the
that's
TSA,
good.
he's like, "You forgot this." And I'm like, "Thank you, because what would I have done?"
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we left the kids' diaper bag in TSA.
not this time, right? You didn't
No,
take the
this
kids.
was like last summer, but we left it
Oh,
in the Columbus airport.
oh my
So
God.
we literally had to fly with 3 kids with no diaper bag.
Oh my God.
Mom was able to get it. Like I called mom and she got it the next day for us because luckily it was like a place where, we have family and stuff. But literally, like we had to still go through a flight for 5 hours with 3 kids and no
Oh
diaper
my
bag.
gosh.
And again, like Kai, he's size 6 and all this, they only carry size 4, like across
Really?
all the stores, size 4. So Kai's like double that size.
Oh my
So I
gosh.
was just praying, like, please nobody like
Oh.
shit all over the plane. Like,
Yeah, I will say, no joke. I think I've said this before, but anytime I'm having airport troubles, I'm like, at least I'm
I know.
alone. At least whatever happens, I don't, what would I say to a kid?
I mean, dude, speaking of my children and their bowel movements, you saw what I texted in the family group chat this
Oh,
morning.
yeah.
Dude, like, I don't know what it is. Kai specifically, like, Arya was doing it and then she stopped. Every morning, guys, they wake up, clothes fully off, diaper off.
I don't
Sometimes it's
understand how
pee,
that happens.
sometimes it's poop. They take it off.
Does that happen with other children?
Yeah, I mean, that usually means they're ready to start potty training because they don't like the feeling of a soiled
Oh.
diaper.
Uh-huh.
But like, what are you supposed to do when they're in bed?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But we finally came up with a solution last night. What we did was, because they were taking off their clothes.
Yeah.
Muchi, we started putting her in a bathing suit to sleep, and she hasn't been taking it off, thank God. But Kai, we literally took a onesie and put it in backwards.
Oh, yeah,
We
I saw
zipped it
that.
up from the back.
Yeah.
So it kept it on. But dude, it was like, imagine first thing in the morning, you're waking up 7 in the
That's
morning, you
insane.
walk in their nursery, and it's just like,
That's insane.
it's like having a dog.
Oh,
Like,
that happened to me one time. Remember when we were in Ohio and KK was sleeping over
oh,
at our
really?
house?
Well, you
Yeah.
only had Mama and Baba to help
No, it was
with
in
that.
the morning. I think, no, he came and woke me up because our Ohio home, our rooms are upstairs and then Mama and Baba are downstairs. And I think KK was sleeping in your old bedroom and I was in my old bedroom. And he wakes me up 7 in the morning. Auntie, I'm like, what, KK? He's like, I wet my bed. And I'm like, okay.
Dude, wetting the
Auntie-
bed,
auntie
easy.
duties.
When it's
Yeah,
not
wedding
poop,
is-
when it's just pee, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, no, that would have been horrible.
I know. I'm like, thank God.
Ugh.
Thank God we figured out the solution. I don't know how. If he's able to get it off from the back, then he
Does
can
that
do
happen,
like
guys? Comment below if that like
it happens,
happens.
sister.
Oh my God, all of these things.
Lots of poop. Get ready for it.
Oh man.
They'll poop in the bathtub,
Oh man.
in the shower, all over
But
themselves.
at least baby poop is not like adult poop.
No, it's like toddler poop is like adult poop.
Oh.
Like they're eating regular food.
Oh man.
Yeah. So brace yourself.
God bless.
Dude, speaking before we move on to the topics of this video, Mel just sent me this. Did you see
Huh.
Bianca and Kanye at the Grammys?
Let me see. I don't
I wanted to show Yasmin before we started filming, and I was like, I got to get her reaction on camera.
what. Oh my God.
I don't know how this is allowed.
What? No.
Take my phone and swipe. No, keep swiping.
Oh
This is
my
her on the carpet
gosh.
at the Grammys. Y'all, don't take this as shaming.
Wait,
but
this
I'm just
is
shocked-
cheer or is it like the pretend
This
naked?
is, that's like their thing. Her like,
No, I know, but there's bodysuits that are
dude, like no underwear even. Look, like her pussy is out.
yeah. How's that allowed?
I don't understand how this is allowed.
She has a fire body.
I know. I was like, she looks good.
Yeah.
But like the Grammys,
Wow. I can't believe this is like allowed.
I don't understand how.
I don't understand either.
How is that allowed to be posted on Getty Images? Is it on Getty? I have to look.
That's why I asked you if it's the fake. If it's fake.
That's her body,
Like
bro.
make a
But okay, if it's fake and it looks real, then
That's insane.
Like-
and I love how he's just wearing all black.
That's crazy. That is
What shoes
insane.
is she wearing? Is that clear? That's insane.
you
That's
think Kim is at the
insane.
Grammys?
I don't know. Probably.
Do you think so? No, this is
I
just
don't know. Look
all
up.
the comments are like, how is this not public indecency?
No, actually, I don't remember if it was an event or if it was a concert, but a long time ago, you were probably too young, where Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake had a performance,
Mm.
and it was part of the performance, and it like showed her full on
Mm-hmm.
breasts, her
With the
boobs,
nipples or
with the,
covers?
everything. It was like
Really?
part of it, and it was a huge controversy.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if the rules have changed, like what's going on
I
now.
feel like nipples is one thing. And you know what? I feel like we normalize girls showing their nipples when they have like tiny boobs and tiny nipples. Like it's like cute. But then like
Mm,
I feel like she's like the first person we're seeing like a full on tit. Like there's
no,
boobies and then there's tits. And
I
she's
feel
showing the tits.
she
You
has
know?
nice.
She has
No,
great boobs though. I will
um,
say.
I don't think the size matters. I think it's just exposure or not.
I mean,
No?
think about watching movies.
Uh-huh.
Like think
Yeah.
about 50 Shades of Grey with the boobs we saw on there versus like
Yes. But
tits. It
here's
would have
the
been a
thing.
whole different movie.
Movies are rated. So if you
Yeah.
go to a movie, you know it's PG, you know it's rated R, or in
Yeah.
the when the movie starts, it says viewer discretion,
Yeah.
anything like that. But something like that,
Yeah.
like anybody can just see.
I mean, the Grammys are happening as we're filming this, so I want
Yeah.
to see
What
what's going on.
happens?
You know, I'm so sad. I had an opportunity to go with the Grammys, to go to
Oh.
the Grammys with a brand, and then the brand just completely like canceled,
Oh man.
you know, because of the fires and everything that's going on. They just like, but I'm
Uh,
like, it sucks because like I was supposed to go to the Grammys.
oh, that would have been so much
I know. I was actually really excited. That's part of the reason why I flew back like on the day I did was so I can like
fun.
prepare for the Grammys.
Oh.
But next year, hopefully.
Yeah. There'll always be
Yeah.
opportunities.
Always be
So
opportunities.
tell me about your travels.
It
I
was
watched your
fun.
vlog, so I know like
Yeah,
a little bit, but
I got the vlog up pretty quick.
you did.
Like
I
didn't
loved all the drone footage.
really.
But you
Thank
said
you.
that
Mel did
they
all of that.
confiscated your
We
drone.
couldn't get drone footage in Qatar because they had specific rules. They were very strict. Like guys, the airport confiscated our drone
I know.
and they kept it. I didn't even know they can do that. They kept it at the airport. So we got it in time when we went to the Maldives. But yeah, so Qatar has very strict rules with drones, which probably it is like a conservative country and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're filming people. I couldn't even have my vlog camera out in the mall. My big camera,
Really?
a security guard came up to me. He's like, "Do you have a permit for that?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "You need to put it away."
So you can't vlog?
I guess
So
not.
if you're a vlogger, like what do you do?
Not get caught. But like I was just holding it
Oh.
in my hand and a security came up to me. He's like, "You need
Oh
to put that
wow.
away if you don't have a
I
permit."
didn't know that.
And then I was outside of the hair salon that I went to when that happened, and the hair salon said too, like even for us to film in our hair salon, we have to have a permit.
Oh wow.
But I get it, like people just probably don't want to be filmed like
Yeah.
without their
That's
consent.
true.
It is like a more conservative country. So
That's true.
even the hair salons in the mall, like there's like an entrance, like a
Mhm.
little waiting area, and then it's like closed. Because
Mm.
you know, I'm sure women are like getting their hair done and stuff, like being
Yeah. That's so
with not
true.
wearing their hijab and stuff. So it's like a lot more strict.
Is hijab mandatory there?
No, I think it is for the like nationals,
locals?
for the locals, but it's like, how do they know?
Yeah.
Oh, but guys, in Qatar, it's actually very crazy. Going to, by the way, I loved Doha. It was very beautiful.
Yes.
But in Qatar, guys, like I wanted to buy tickets to this like concert, like at this beach club. And literally when I went to go like look at how much it cost, it literally said on the fine print at the bottom, Qatari women not allowed,
That's so
regardless of age.
insane.
So guys, in Qatar, like you
Even
have to
if you
show,
go in with your husband or something?
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter your
Wow.
age, it does not matter. So for clubs, guys, all of that stuff, you need to show your passport. Like Mel
Wow.
tried to show just his ID. Our hotel had like a cigar bar. He tried to just go with his ID, his California ID. They're like, we need to see your passport.
Mm.
But guys, like all of that, like Qatari women are not allowed to go to the clubs. There is clubs in Doha, but literally it says like Qatari women not allowed, like outside the club.
But why did you say Mel had to show his passport?
It
I thought
doesn't
just said
matter.
women.
That's you have to show passport there,
That's crazy.
like as your form of identification.
Oh wow.
But yeah, guys, isn't that crazy? Like women from that country,
That's
they
so
cannot
sad.
go to certain places. Like
I've heard things like that in very strict countries, but the woman is only allowed to go with her husband or father or brother, like a man.
yeah,
That she's technically allowed to be with. She couldn't even go with like a male friend.
I mean, definitely these countries are starting to like become more
Open up.
progressive and open up. And I think it's also because they want the money from tourism as
Yeah.
well. The World Cup was in Qatar 2022. So, and that's like a big reason why they like kind of upgraded the city to like, you know, because they knew the
Yeah.
influx of tourism that was coming
Yeah.
in. But
Would
I
you,
was,
from your, keep talking.
don't tell me.
No, I don't
Guys,
want
I
to.
really, okay, can we leave this part in? Because I'm so tired of comments like interrupting. Like, that's the conversation.
Yeah.
Like in real life, when I'm talking with my friends, I don't think like, oh, she's interrupting me.
Yeah.
I think she wants me to elaborate on something.
Yeah.
So interrupt me. What do you want to say? No,
No, I
seriously. Everybody
literally.
can kiss my ass in the comments, okay? Because a real life
No,
conversation,
legit.
people interrupt.
I was like, oh my God, I interrupted
No,
you. 'Cause I
interrupt,
saw
please.
comments that you guys say like we interrupt each other. But guys, this conversation,
It's
this is how
literally
we literally talk.
like I feel like the only time I really like sit and like listen is like
No,
I
we
don't know.
listen to
we
each
listen,
other.
We listen and we don't judge, but like for example, like when you want someone to elaborate on something, you elaborate.
Yeah. And I like elaboration because it brings up another topic that
Yeah.
I want to talk about. And I
So tell
forgot
me.
what I was going to ask
I know.
you.
No, I think you're gonna ask me. You said I saw your footage.
Oh, yes. From your footage, I thought that it looked like Miami and Vegas had a baby, but like Middle Eastern too.
Definitely not Vegas.
Really? Because
No.
the one city that you showed that you sent in the group chat with our family kind of looked like Vegas. with
Pearl
the
Island.
palm trees.
That was Pearl Island. So that's like a man-made island. Guys, Doha's very small. And like Qatar, like it's a big country, but like it's a decent sized country, but it's all desert. Like you saw, I went to the desert, like that's like the main part of it. But they have like their small like city. But no, I definitely want to give Vegas vibes because it's not really
Really?
like walkable either. I feel like when I think of Vegas, like you can hop from casino to casino, hotel to hotel. Doha wasn't very walkable in my opinion.
Really?
No.
I would think a lot of countries like that are.
Pearl Island was that section I sent you.
That's why I thought that one looked
Yeah.
like Vegas.
I
a
would
little
say
bit.
Miami, but I wouldn't say, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very warm. Like January was still like pretty warm. At night got a little chilly, but like, but yeah, I looked more into the rules of the country and like women there, even, so many things like technically your husband can ban your travel.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I know it's so crazy because going there as a tourist, like again, like I told you guys, there's clubs there. Like there were clubs. There were like, I don't know. Like I don't think.
Would you compare them to American clubs though?
No, I don't know. Again, the clubs were like in hotels. Like Mel and I went to the club a few times. And like, again, they're always in hotels, which
Were
I feel like
they-
is private owned, you know?
Yeah. Were they like dinner clubs?
No.
Like Miami type dinner club vibes or like straight up club live?
Not club lived. Another thing about Doha, like we went to 2 clubs. There's no cover charge. Like men don't have to pay a cover charge. It's not like that. Like they want you to pay cover and then like
Not even men?
not even men. All the places we went, Mel did not have to pay cover.
So you
don't
go
pay
there
cover.
without paying.
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then it's not like section culture where like you have to buy a section. Like we were able to sit in like a table
really?
and order a hookah and drinks and like
Wow.
so I just think it's different there. Like things are just cheaper. Dude, it was so cheap there.
Yeah.
Like we literally took an Uber for an hour. It was like $30, 30 USD.
Wow.
And like no tipping.
$30 for Miami is like going down the street. I'm
Literally.
not joking to you.
I know, like New York, like I tried to get literally from Beverly Hills to Woodland Hills. It's like $140
Yes,
for an
yes.
Uber X. Like
Yes.
insanity.
Mind you, my friend lives 6 minutes away from me. No joke. One time I'm like, let me just take an Uber because I don't want to. It's a whole, I have to park in the parking lot. I'm like, I might as well just take an Uber. The Uber was $30 and I checked if it was a hot time.
my God.
When it was Art Basel, that don't even take an Uber at that time because it'll be $60 to go 10 minutes.
Or
if
even
that.
It's so crazy. Like that was just really eye-opening to me. Just that's one thing I love about traveling overseas, how much more affordable everything is.
Yeah.
You know that beautiful suite I was staying at in the Mondrian? Like to book that regular, it's like $300 a night for that suite.
That's crazy.
$300 a night. That in any major city in the US would be like $1,000 a night.
Yeah.
Easily.
Over 1,000.
And breakfast was included. And it was,
Over
you saw, I
1,000.
sent you pictures of
Yeah.
it. Like a beautiful, delicious, breakfast was free every morning.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like at this point of life, a motel is $300 a night here in the US.
I just can't imagine living overseas and then moving to a major city in America. Like the culture shock would be
Yeah.
like with the tipping and all that. Like I'd just be like, what
Yeah.
is going on? But on the other hand, the Maldives, I literally forgot sunscreen, which I packed. I left it in our first city. So I went to the gift shop to buy sunscreen.
Yeah.
You will never believe.
What?
Guess how much a bottle of Sun Bum, a regular Sun Bum.
Wait, so in the Maldives, do they use dollars or is it their
Yes,
own? Okay.
USD.
That's what they use.
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine how much my Sun Bum was, which I needed sunscreen. It was like,
Okay.
we're next to the equator.
45? How big
You're
was
right,
it?
$46. You're actually right. You know, I am going to Dubai in a few weeks. So like everybody tells me that it's like an arm and a leg in Dubai. So I'm actually very curious to see like the
Yeah.
price difference because they say Doha is like the more affordable Dubai.
Yeah.
But also Doha wasn't busy at all. Like it's very, like nothing was overpacked
Yeah.
at all. But yeah, with the Maldives, because we were on like a private resort, like there wasn't like a mainland to like go to the store and like buy anything. Which, oh, by the way, did you know the Maldives is Islamic as well?
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was like a big shocker to me.
That's crazy.
We landed in the Maldives. I saw like all the women working in the airport, like customs, they're all in hijab.
Wow.
Like the bathrooms, all like the airport bathrooms had we call it shalang. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Whatever, to like
The
wash
hose
yourself.
To wash yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like, and then on the intercom, they would always start like, Assalamu alaikum, like before they said anything. And it's like, when you think of the Maldives, you don't think of it being Islamic.
The bungalows, those are tourist areas.
That's like the resort was all on a private island. Did you know the Maldives is made up of over 1,000 islands?
That's crazy.
In my head, Maldives was Hawaii. I thought it was
Yeah.
like 5 islands. Like, no, we had to when we got to like the main airport of the Maldives, we had to get on another flight.
Wow.
It was a 70-minute flight to our private island.
Okay.
But yeah, there's over 1,000 islands in the Maldives and only 200 of them are inhabited. Like people actually live on them.
Oh wow.
Like there's like literally like 800 plus islands where people haven't even touched those
That's
islands.
crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought it was one island.
literally.
Or maybe like you said, I was picturing Hawaii where
Yeah.
it's one and it has major
It was
a couple major cities.
the biggest mind
That's crazy.
fuck of my life. Like I just didn't know that's how it was, but it's far, dude. If you were to fly, you know, I noticed there wasn't really many Americans on our island because it's like, it's far. Like that's why we like split up the trip. We knew we were going to go to a city first and then come. But if you were to fly directly from LA, it would take you 30 hours.
I couldn't even imagine.
That's the shortest
Is that
trip.
possible? Are there flights like if you're for the hell of it, you're like,
I don't think so. There's no direct flight.
yeah.
That's why you stopped. There's like 3 main stops from LA: Dubai, Doha, or India, like Mumbai or something.
Wow.
But yeah, dude. You know, Isha was telling me, she's like, Maldives is like the Bollywood actress, like
Really?
vacation spot. Like that's where they all
Really?
go because
'Cause
it's
it's
so close.
close?
It's like 5 hours. It's like us going to Hawaii, like, or you going to like, you know, what's on the East Coast, like the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's far. It's
It looks
beautiful.
gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, but it's.
Would you say you prefer a lit vacation or a relaxed vacation?
I feel like Mel and I had a good mix. This was a great trip because we had a mix of both. We had like a good city life,
Yeah.
and then we had something that kind of forced us to relax. Because you know, Mel and I, like, we always like to be doing something. Even me,
Yeah.
when I got tired, like when we were in Doha, I'm like, I'm going to bed. He would like go to the hookah bar.
Yeah.
Like Mel likes to always be out doing something.
Yeah.
But it was a nice break. Like it wasn't even like we had temptation to like be out, or we felt like we had FOMO. Like you saw when we travel, like I want to go to like the desert. I want to do this. I want to
Yeah.
see all that the city has to offer.
You have your guys.
My
NAZ'S
itinerary.
literally makes an itinerary,
And we
when she
were
travels.
collabing with a lot of people too. Like
Yeah.
every place I stayed, like it was kind of like a collaboration. So I knew I had to like make certain content around it and stuff. So I need to be on like my A game.
Yeah.
But like the Maldives, I felt like it was more of like we were in bed by like 10, 11,
Yeah.
you know.
I FaceTime NAZ'S while she was in the Maldives, and I'm like, so what's on the agenda tonight? Because I know she's always out.
Yeah,
when she's vacation, she's like, this is it. We're just chilling by the pool. I'm like, really?
There's no nightlife.
I thought there would be like one, because, for example, where's the place in Florida? Key West. Key West. It's it's smaller type of city, but they do have their own like strip, like a couple bars or something. So I thought maybe Maldives would have like their own.
Well, maybe
What few, like just one or two.
maybe on the mainland,
Mm,
but being on like
not
the
the
resort, like the
yeah.
resort would have a DJ at night. So Mel and I
Mm,
would like go chill at like the little lounge and like, just hang out at night. That'd be like our
yeah.
night routine. But yeah, there was like no,
Yeah.
maybe again on the mainland there might be, but again, it's an Islamic country. I doubt it.
That's true. Oh, that is true.
I doubt like,
There's that
I
also.
mean, also in Doha, you can't like drink in public. I feel like everything is like in your hotel. Like your hotel, you can do these
Oh.
things. Even like the
You can drink
clubs,
in Dubai, right?
Dubai is more free, I feel like.
Mm.
I don't know. No, you can drink. Like we had drinks at like the restaurants, but even like liquor stores, I feel like there's like no like sex shops, liquor stores, like those
Mm.
aren't things that they
Yeah,
really
I
have.
wouldn't think
Strip
there's
clubs, like there's
yeah.
none of those things.
No, I would think there's no sex shops or strip clubs, but I
Yeah.
thought since they're trying to be more touristy,
Yeah.
I thought they would have liquor stores or stuff like
Yeah.
that, especially since they have a club.
We didn't see any liquor stores at all.
So is there liquor in the clubs?
Yeah, you can buy like at the restaurant you can buy alcohol. But
Mm.
even in the month of Ramadan, like the hotel, like, we're at the
Oh.
Mondrian, it literally said like during the month of Ramadan, like I think it's like you can only order drinks to your direct room. Like even like the bars, they
Oh.
aren't gonna serve and like all
Makes
that.
sense. That makes sense.
So I mean, yeah, it's like such a safe country. Like again, like no guns, like
Yeah.
no people can't get like belligerent drunk really. Like you feel really safe there. Like as a woman, like a single woman, you would feel very safe living
Yeah.
there. It is beautiful, but it's just different. I know. I'm excited to see like more Middle Eastern countries, but
Mhm.
even like I loved wearing my abayas. I felt like a princess.
Yeah, you look so good in your
Thank you. I want to wear abayas like just
I
regular
love
now.
abayas.
Me too. Like
I
you
would
just feel so classy and like
and they're so beautiful and you don't have to put so much thought into your outfit and
yeah.
worry about your bra showing or this
Yeah.
and that. It's just throw something on and it looks super elegant. That
Yeah.
would be a really nice like everyday.
I'm about to just start wearing them here.
Mhm.
I don't care. Like
You
literally, they're
can.
so pretty. Yeah, like
You
why not?
can. We should wear abayas for
I know. We should have
what
worn
my
it.
sis said episode.
No, literally, we should have worn our
Literally.
abayas.
Do you think these destinations are overhyped?
I will say I don't know about overhyped, but I do feel I feel like sometimes we can romanticize traveling.
Mm.
Like the thought of always traveling like sounds fun until you actually do it. Because even flying economy versus flying like first class, like literally I flew first class to New York and I didn't sleep during it, and literally I still felt miserable. And I was like
Yeah.
literally in a late. Oh, did you just hear my hip hop?
Yeah.
Could you hear that on camera? But no, even like I was laying down the whole flight and I still was feeling like,
Yeah.
like my body was hurting and stuff.
Yeah.
But again, it's once you start doing it a lot, I feel like you get certain systems in place that make it easier. And like
Yeah.
certain things like TSA pre-check, we got global entry.
Uh-huh.
This was our first time using global entry coming back in the country, and it literally saved us so much time.
Explain what it is for people that don't know what
I don't know why more people don't have TSA pre-check. And like, if you can, like, why wouldn't people have it? It's really not that expensive. It's like $80-$90 a year. And you can actually combine TSA pre-check and clear.
Mm-hmm.
So you could use clear and then also not take off your shoes.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
love
nice.
my clear.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's my thing. I was like, well, I have clear. What do I need TSA pre-check?
Yeah.
But you can get both.
Yeah.
So depending on which airport you have, some might not have TSA pre-check, some might not have clear. But global entry it's like when you come back in the country, there's going through customs in any country, there's like they make a certain section for like American citizens, green card holders, non-US nationalities to like come in the country.
Oh.
And then there's like a little tiny, like a spot for just global entry where you're like pre-approved. And again, that line goes like this quick. Literally, we've spent like over an hour in customs before. So it literally saved us like an hour of our time.
Wow.
So that was really nice that we have that. And it's also included with your Amex Platinum. TSA pre-check is included. Global entry is included.
Clear is included.
Yeah,
Well, you
clear.
could get
Clear is included. But yeah, I do, again, like I said, I do feel like traveling a lot is like romanticized. I feel like there needs to be like good balance because it's also very tiring to live out of a suitcase. Mom told me, because I knew I was going to Dubai because I have like my Dubai visa. She's like, just go, like you're already on that side of the world. Like just after Maldives, go straight to Dubai.
Yeah.
And literally, I'm so glad I didn't do it. Like I wouldn't have even enjoyed Dubai. Like towards the end of like a 2-week trip, I'm like, I don't even know what's in my bags anymore. Like everything is disheveled. Like
Yeah.
I need to like fix myself. I need to recoup. Like I haven't worked out in like how long? Like I need like a little bit. I need to go back to my routine for a little
Yeah.
bit. I actually saw this one meme and I'm like, this is so me. It was like, I love my routine until I get bored and then I get overwhelmed and then I need
Yeah.
my routine back. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's like my never ending cycle.
Yeah. No, I agree
So
with you. I feel that getting away for a few days is nice, but staying somewhere a long time really wears on you. I
yeah,
feel that when I'm even in LA and I'm not even leaving the country, you
yeah,
just really need your routine.
yeah,
You need your stuff in their secure places, not just out of a suitcase.
yeah. I was telling Yasmin since she comes to LA so much, you should like literally have like double of everything.
I do. I do.
Yeah,
And
just
that's
so you
helped
don't
a
feel.
lot.
Yeah,
That's how I keep my sanity,
yeah,
even like up to here. But no, it's
yeah,
tough.
yeah,
It's really tough. Just living out of a suitcase is tough. And the time change, the time
yeah,
difference, and sleep is really big for me. So just getting accustomed to that. I couldn't even imagine like a 12-hour difference or
yeah,
a crazy amount like that. That's insane.
yeah.
I do feel that there should be good balance. Seeing the world is very important.
Hmm.
Seeing how other places work is really important, but it does wear on your body.
Yeah.
I feel that 2 weeks is like maximum.
Yeah, that's why I was like, Mom, coming. I love how my parents encouraged me, like, just stay out there. Like, you're already out there. And I was like, no, Ma, I need to come home. I need to work. Like, I
Yeah.
kind of need to work. I was like, we need to film what my sis said.
Yeah.
Like, but I do have like stuff planned. I am going to Dubai, like with a brand. So that's going to be fun.
Mhm.
I was supposed to, you know what sucks? Like, at first, I had to shift over to going to Doha just because of my Dubai visa, but
Yeah.
I missed the Huda Beauty Ube launch. Did you see that?
Oh yes.
She invited me to the event
Yeah.
and Kalani performed and all that. I was supposed to go. Have you
Uh,
tried the ube powder?
I haven't tried it, but I
You
have
got it? I like it a
Yeah.
lot. I didn't use it today,
I
but
haven't tried it.
it's very like brightening. Like, you know that look where
Really?
you
The
see
purple one.
like you see like the super brightness in the pink.
Uh-huh.
I feel like in my head cherry blossom, that's use cherry blossom as well, or you just use Givenchy, right?
I use yeah.
But in my head I thought cherry blossom was like giving me that effect until I used the ube powder and I'm like, "Oh, like
Is
this
that
is
what you used
brightening."
today?
Under my eyes is actually I didn't use powder today. Dude, I'm
Mm.
so dry.
Yeah.
I literally tapped a
LA
little
is
bit of
dry.
powder on my forehead. That's
No,
it.
LA is so, especially coming here from Miami,
Yeah.
I can't use the same moisturizer because my moisturizer
Yeah.
in Miami has niacinamide,
Mhm.
all of these like
Yeah.
skincare stuff. Here, that would dry me out too
Yeah.
much. I have to use like an ultra rich,
Yeah.
moisture packed.
Yeah. Yeah. My
Mm.
skin has been pretty dry as I've been back. So I'm like, and I got sunburned. You can't, it actually finally peeled off today, but my nose was like
Oh. Is
fully.
Doha humid?
Wait, pause. I just love how my friend, Vera,
What?
she was like, you don't look tan. like,
What?
like she's saying I don't look like
Oh,
she's like, you're in the
you.
Maldives. And I was like, bitch. Because I always talk about how I don't, this is my Maldives tan. I fried myself by the equator for 4 days. This is my color.
You look good.
Really? Do I look tan?
I like your skin color.
But I was literally tanning by the like literally this is the equator. This is me.
It is winter time. No, does that affect it?
That's the whole point of the equator. It always gets the same amount of sun year round. This is me tan.
But you got a sunburn, so it's affecting you. Oh my God, Naz, remember my one terrible sunburn on my nose?
where your nose turned
We
into
got- Yes. When we were in Key West, you guys, I got the worst sunburn. This was years ago, by the way.
yeah.
And I usually don't
Like
burn.
10 years ago.
I don't really my skin doesn't really burn. I tan, fortunately. But my face, you guys, my nose got the worst sunburn. You're lucky it didn't blister. Because mine blistered and it became yay big. And it was red and pus filled.
Was it? I feel like you got a bug bite.
No, sister, it was a sunburn.
But guys, her nose was literally like the size of her head.
Yes. She's not joking.
Yeah.
And my whole face was red, but my nose got it the worst.
Yasmin was my nose looks like a Gogo
Gogo Shaya is like a donut in
a Romanian donut. She's
Yeah.
like what would it look like? What's that one donut? Like the maple one? Mel loves it. It's like a
I
maple,
know.
like the long maple
The
one.
long
That's
one. Oh my
kind of what it
God.
looks like.
And it was so painful, you guys. That was the worst sunburn of my life. And for me, since I don't get sunburns, I was like, oh, I'm not going to get burned. I put
Yeah.
on sunscreen, but I should have, when You know when you see some lifeguards, like the
Yeah.
guys, they put a thick
Yeah.
thing of sunscreen on their nose.
Yeah.
And I always wondered, like, why do they do that? After that, I realized why they do that.
Yeah.
Because I think your nose is the most sensitive of your whole face.
Yeah. It does protrude if you think about it. Like
Yeah.
I did burn again right here burned and then my forehead right here, but it peeled off. It turned into
Mm.
flakes and it just came off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice to like relax a little bit, but then it's like time. The thing is like for me taking off work,
Yeah.
it like piles on work.
I
So
know.
it's like, is it really relaxing?
Yeah.
And it's like for me, I document my trip. So like I work my entire trip,
Yeah.
which honestly I find it a blessing. I don't want to
Yeah.
complain because being able to like keep making money while being on vacation and
Yeah.
traveling is like such a blessing. So I'm not
Yes.
going to complain about
Yes.
that. But I mean, you see the content we create. Like for us, like it's also work. Like we don't
Yes.
just completely log off. Maybe I should do a trip soon where I like completely log off, but it's hard. I want to document my trip. Like I want to share it with my audience and all that. You know what? In my head, this last vlog that I posted like is performing really well. And honestly, when I was editing it, I'm like, do people even want to see this?
Yeah.
I don't know. In my head, I'm like, I don't think people like travel vlogs.
Yeah.
I feel like people prefer my like at home vlogs.
I feel that there's an audience for both.
Yeah.
I feel that a lot of people love travel vlogs because
Yeah.
a lot of people want to see what's out there in the world.
Yeah. I guess it just kind of depends, but
Live through you.
sometimes it just kind of depends. Like I feel like either people don't like travel vlogs, they want the more like relatable daily routine videos. Um, but also I don't know. I was just like, I'm gonna
It's a good mix of
post it
both.
anyway.
But I watched your last vlog and I thought it was really like artistic. That's what
Thank
I
you.
loved
That's
about
mostly
it.
Mel.
Yeah.
Mel, does the drone.
editing, yeah.
I don't know how to fly a drone.
Yeah, that
Like
was
I
really
couldn't do that.
beautiful, really, really
Yeah, well,
beautiful.
thank you. Yeah, Mel and I worked really hard on that. And that helps a lot too, like to have Mel on my team. Because like I can just focus on editing like my talking portions.
Yeah.
And then the creative like
Yeah.
montage part, like I have somebody else handling that,
Yeah,
which
and taking the footage.
is great. Yeah. And taking the
for
footage too.
Do you think you would prefer a vacation, like a vacation with your man, or a girls' trip?
I like both. I like both
Yeah.
for different things.
Yeah.
I will say, I feel like the best is I can't wait for like my girlfriends to like have men as well. And we can go on like
Couples trips?
a couples trip. So
Yeah.
it's like we can all like the girls can do their own thing
Yeah.
for some things, guys can do their own thing for some things. And then you can go home to, your man.
Yeah.
Cause I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. I don't see the point in getting drunk if I'm not going home to take a midnight ride with my man. You know what I mean? What's the point of being like shit faced with my girlfriends? To do
Yeah.
what?
Plus, like somebody taking care of you while
That
'cause
too.
I mean, I told you guys a story of when I literally blacked out. Like, if I was just with you,
I
how are
know.
you gonna carry me?
I would just drag you. You haven't
Drag
seen
me by the hair?
you haven't seen Substance yet.
No.
I'm gonna show you a scene in Substance, and that will be what I would have done.
Ah,
But dude, we gotta watch. I'll watch it again with you.
no, I wanna watch that
It
movie.
was a really good movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like I like both for different things, but I feel like the best of both worlds
Yeah.
is like, cause even Mel has been around like when I've had my girls over, and it's nice cause like Mel is such an acts of service guy.
Yeah.
Like he'll like run errands for us. It's hard as women. Like let's say like
Yeah.
my nail broke, like he'll run to CVS and get me like
Yeah.
nail glue. Like it's nice to have, cause men don't have to sit there and like do their makeup for like 2 hours and do their hair.
Not just that,
They're
it's
just like
not
sitting
safe.
chilling. Yeah. So
I
like
would not leave to go to CVS in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Even if I needed something.
Exactly.
It's scary.
he'll run like, let's say we want late night snacks, like he'll run to the store and go
Yeah.
get it. Cause again, he's a man. So like he
Yeah.
can do those things. Just, it's nice to have a man for those like heavy lifting, your suitcases, like handling your suitcases.
Yeah.
And Mel is also like turn your brain off. Like he handles, getting the Ubers, like where we're at, like all
Yeah.
that. Mel always says he's like a man's job when you first check into the hotel. He should go walk around the resort, walk around the hotel, know where everything is. Like that should just be his number one thing while you settle in and
Yeah.
like do your makeup and stuff.
Which
I agree
personally
with.
do too. I
Yeah.
I prefer a vacation over.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love vacations with girls, but again, it's like the safety thing
Yeah.
too. I would be too scared to travel overseas with just girls. I would need to be with
Yeah.
my man. Like I couldn't-
Overseas for sure.
Yeah.
Me and the girls want to go to Brazil, and I'm like, we need a bodyguard because
Yeah.
I hear Brazil like lots of things
No,
happen.
Brazil is, oh my God. No, Brazil is scary. You guys, this happened to one of my
What?
friends. So her man was in Brazil and she was in the US. And he was FaceTiming her and somebody stole his phone, but
Like
like
straight out of his hand?
straight out of his hand, and the girl was still on FaceTime looking at the
Oh
burger.
my God.
Like that happens.
That happens.
It's really, especially if they know you're not from there.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be
I
attacked.
I read that literally buses in Brazil don't stop at red lights
Yeah.
because they're scared of like people coming on and robbing the people on the
Oh,
bus.
yeah.
So literally, like buses are allowed to run red
That's
lights.
insane. Yeah, see, no.
But I would still want to go.
I
Stay
would
in the
only go
touristy
with
areas.
my man that looks like he can fight.
I just wouldn't take anything with me to Brazil. Like I'm not gonna take my jewelry, designer bags. Like
But still, you're a girl. You don't know what they would do to
I know
you.
I want a man there to take care of me, and that's
Yeah.
the thing too. Like I always tell him, like, you're not scared to like walk around all these places at night. He's like, I'm the person that they're scared of. Like literally, he's like, I'm this big dude. Like they're scared of
Yeah.
me, and I'm like, that is true.
Yeah.
You know what? This is completely off topic, but this one girl, who documented her weight loss on TikTok, she lost like 200 pounds, and she made a video about things that, like unconventional things that's been different since she's lost weight. And she said one of the things is I'm now scared to go places at night by myself.
Oh.
She's like, when I was at my heaviest, she's like, I never feared like getting kidnapped or anything. And I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
you know what? That's so true now that she mentions it.
Yeah.
Like she was like, I literally used to like, I used to like never ever fear walking around at night or
Yeah.
anything. But I'm like, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Huh.
That's why also if I was to walk around at night, like I would wear like big baggy stuff. Like I'm pretty tall for a woman.
Yeah.
I definitely think I could pass as a man if I like put on a hood, put on a big coat.
You would need a lot of clothing to cover your curves.
You know what's so funny? Mel was like, because people were like, Naz looks so beautiful and conserving her abaya. Mel was like, your ass still clapping in that abaya. Let me
Yeah,
say, I was like,
like,
no, shut up.
What are you gonna wear to look like a man?
I know,
don't that's
literally. He was like, your
humanly
ass still
possible.
clapping. I'm like, Mel, I'm like trying to be all classy and demure, and you're sitting here saying all that.
Yeah, I love that. I love vacations where you can turn your brain off type of thing.
Yeah.
I love like vacation type of vibes.
I think with women, your best bet is like staying at a resort.
Mm-hmm.
Like not a lot of moving parts. Like you're kind of staying in one area.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, or places you're comfortable with, like us coming to Miami. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's like second nature for us. Like
Yeah.
we know everything there. Like
A city that I'm from or live in, that's completely different. But
Yeah.
somewhere where I don't know
Yeah.
anything, that's a little,
yeah.
because you don't even know the good parts or the bad parts. Like you don't know if this is a bad place you shouldn't be, or
Yeah.
you know, like
And they target single women, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like on the metros and all that. Like
Yeah.
you're the most vulnerable, unfortunately. So
yeah.
I get that. Again, I would pick and choose where I'm going. I wouldn't just go everywhere just with girls. But you know, some people like they're like solo travelers, like everywhere. They go by themselves. Like they'll go to like
Girl, speaking of Brazil, one of my close friends, she wanted to go to Brazil by herself. I'm like, listen, I support
Yeah.
your traveling dreams, but you gotta be careful. She's like, no, nobody will mess with me. I'm like, Brazil is known for stuff like that.
I mean, I see a lot of women, even this one girl I'm mutuals with, when she lives alone, but when she has like a handyman come over or something, she wears a fake wedding ring just to show like she's married and there's like a man present or something.
No joke. You know what I do?
What?
So my apartment is a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
I close the door and I'm like, my roommate's there. Like I say someone's home.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm like,
smart.
yeah, I'm like, my roommate's here.
Yeah,
And
you
I
should
say
never ever
he.
say you're alone.
I'm like, yeah, he's here, my roommate.
Yeah.
Like they're in that room. Like just if I need something fixed or done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really smart to just like wear. I hear people also put like men's boots like by their front door, like construction looking boots to like,
Yeah.
there's so many things to do as a woman. Like other men that don't, like, they don't have to think about it.
No.
Like, it's just, I don't think men realize
No.
what us women have to go through
No.
ever.
Ever.
They just don't get it.
So how was the food in other countries? Was it cleaner? I always like think about like foods in other countries because I know it's not as processed.
Yeah.
and so much BS.
Well, look, if you want to lose weight, especially being in like a private resort, like the private resort of, in the Maldives, like there's no like fast food or anything. And there wasn't even like, you know, gift shops with like snacks and all that. Like the only like snack you could really buy there, like we bought like a little thing of Lindor truffles, like for a little
Wow.
something sweet at night. So that alone, I actually, because when I went to Europe and stuff and I went on a cruise, I came back 10 pounds heavier.
I've never thought about going on a cruise. Like, I don't find cruises.
The food was good. That's why I gained weight.
Um,
Well, Virgin is different. You saw Virgin. It's like made for adults. Like it's not like, you know,
I don't know. Cruises just never enticed me.
Virgin was nice, I will say. Like it felt like it's like an adult only, you know, experience. Like it was really nice. But with that, it's like the food is all inclusive. And it's like literally like ready made, like they're making like fresh pizzas. Like literally you can get you can get like 30 pizzas in a day if you want to. Like it's all inclusive. Everything is free. The ice cream is free. Pizza is free.
That's
The buffet is
crazy.
free. All the restaurants is free. So like you kind of like in your head too, you're like, let me get my money's worth. You know what I mean? In the Maldives, breakfast and dinner were free. Lunch was like a la carte. But I literally came home, I actually lost 10 pounds on this trip. I came back 10 pounds lighter.
That's crazy.
So I think it's also just having like set meal times. And also in Doha, like we ate a lot of Persian food there. There's so many Iranian restaurants. They really love the cuisine there. They love like, even I feel like there wasn't many like Arabic, like
Really?
Arab food
Restaurants?
restaurants. Yeah.
They were specifically Persian?
Literally Iranian. Like that was
They
like
have
their main.
Quraysh too? Or
Yes.
was it just kebabs?
Yes. Like
Wow.
kebab, khoresh, like they really love that cuisine. We actually took a food tour, which was nice because our tour guide, it was just me and Mel in the food tour. He kind of like drove us around Pearl Island. It was kind of like having a tour guide and a food tour in one.
Oh, nice.
But he didn't even take us to like any like Qatari restaurants. He's like, that's not even that big here. There's a lot of Indian people in Doha. There's a lot of Indian food.
Did you try the Indian
Turkish food? We tried like this one. We had like karakti, chup, what is that called? The one chupti.
I don't know.
Chapati. You don't know that one? Chapati, roti, R-O-T-I, chapati.
I've heard of roti.
It's a traditional Indian flatbread. It's kind of like their version of a tortilla.
Like lavash bread.
Kind
Was
of.
it like
but it's like
lavash?
circular. I would consider more like a
Oh.
tortilla.
Like an arepa?
No, it's not stuffed. They put food in and they roll it. But yeah, so our hotel would have breakfast every morning. So I'd eat like a good high protein breakfast. You know, I sent you pictures, like my
Yeah.
little chicken sausage and that.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't eat until like dinner. And then again, I feel like when you're not at home, especially in our home, because like we have kids, I have a husband, like you graze all day.
Yes.
Or like, let's say your kids didn't finish something, you'll finish it for them. Or like stuff like that. When you're on vacation, I feel like you're not
You're
dealing with that.
busy. And
Yeah.
you're active too, so you're burning
I
a lot.
really wasn't. I was not
Really?
active. It makes no sense because I was way more active in Europe than I was on this trip. Yeah, I lost weight on this trip. I was walking 15K steps a day in Europe. I think again, it was the cruise, bro.
Yeah.
The cruise will get you.
I'm telling you that I've never found cruises enticing because just being in an enclosed space for a few days, like
You're not in it for a few days. You have to stop every day.
I know, but I've heard the stops. They're like, oh, you have 3 hours and come back. It's very
Ours was
field
all day.
trippy to me. It sounds very like I'm going on a field trip, not a vacation. Does that make sense?
I will say it's easy to think that way until you travel to like multiple cities. Like when we went to Spain, we went to 3 different cities, and the whole like packing up and unpacking is
Yeah,
exhausting.
it
So I
is.
will say the nice thing about a cruise is all your stuff is in one space and you're able to go to multiple places in multiple countries.
That's true.
So it's kind
That's
of like easier in that sense. And then you'll have sailing days, and like the one day where you're sailing, like you can go to the pool and like they have little activities. There's activities all day, which is nice.
I feel that cruises would be really fun with kids.
I haven't done one yet, but yeah, it's nice. Again, you're in one space.
Yeah.
I would hate to think about packing up like 5 suitcases and unpacking them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds exhausting.
Do you think there are any traditions you have taken back or like adopted from other countries that you're gonna take on?
I can't really think of any. I mean, I will say a lot of the trips that I've gone on, again, it's like tourist areas. Like it is touristy. I haven't gone to like the middle of nowhere off the grid where I feel like things will be a little bit different. But I appreciate things about everywhere that I've been. I mean, it's crazy. Just from the first year of getting my green card, I've been to like, I haven't even counted how many countries I've been to, which is like more countries than people have been in their whole life, which is like,
You know what country I'm excited for you to travel to that I
What?
haven't heard you mention? Japan.
Japan does sound
Tokyo,
fun.
something
Yes.
like that.
I definitely want to go
Yeah.
to Japan one day, like Asian countries sound like, or even Thailand. Me and the girls have been saying Bali for a long time.
Yeah.
So Wait, you know what I just realized?
Mm,
Remember Danny talking about her astrologer? I
yeah.
spoke to her once and she's like, I see you being in like a Southeast Asian island. I went to the Maldives.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. She was telling me that. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But I actually went to the Maldives. That's
Oh, that's
crazy.
crazy.
I just remembered that. Um, but yeah, just in the first year, I've been to Mexico, Bahamas, Europe. I went to Spain, Italy, France. But again, I don't count Italy and France because I feel like I saw Portofino, I saw Saint Tropez, but I feel like it's different to like really be there for a minute. I saw those places for a day, you know,
Oh.
and it was winter.
Oh, yeah.
Summer is like Portofino is like a summer destination. You go
Yeah.
and like sit at the beach club and all
Yeah.
that. So I definitely need to do that again. And then we have Doha was my first Middle Eastern country. I want to go to Saudi Arabia too.
Yeah, I've been seeing stuff on TikTok and Instagram about Saudi Arabia, like travel Saudi Arabia or something like that.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to be a destination country.
Yeah.
Which is crazy for me to think about because it used to be very, very strict.
Very conservative.
Like
yeah.
from all of the countries in the Middle East, it used to be one of the most
Yeah.
conservative. And now it's trying to appeal to tourists. So
I mean, these countries are seeing how much money is in tourism.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Dubai really opened the door
yeah.
to like all the Middle Eastern countries
yeah.
opening up.
Because they are so beautiful. But honestly, after traveling so much, it made me realize like America's also very underrated.
Yeah.
If I was to go to Miami for the first time or Vegas or LA, I'd be like, or New York, I'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
If I was from overseas.
Yeah.
Like, I guess because we're like used to seeing it or we think of it as being in America, we kind of
Yeah.
like underestimate how cool it looks to like a new fresh set of eyes.
Yeah.
I remember the first time coming I still view LA with rose colored glasses, I will say. But literally like the first few times we'd come to LA or even we'd visit our brother when we were really young.
Yeah.
Like to me, LA
That
was just like
prime time LA though. When our brother
Yeah.
lived here was prime time.
like the like 2010, 2008, 2010, like
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
That's when all the reality shows were like popping. Yo, Pinkberry.
Pinkberry was popping.
The
It was
OC,
the
The Hills.
Yeah, all of that.
I swear, like life, I just feel like back when I think of life back then, I don't know if it's because we're all old and like we've seen too many things and we're jaded now, but I remember viewing the world with like saturation. Like there was like saturation.
What do you mean?
Like think of like you're editing a photo and you add saturation. Like when
Yeah.
I think of life before, it was more vibrant.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Kind of, yeah.
Like when I think of LA when we'd visit when we were younger, I see the
Yeah.
ocean as so blue. Like the palm trees were so green. Like
now Nazi's black and white.
literally now
Nazi's
life is
black and white eyes.
now life is too real, y'all. But even like being a little kid, like everything was just more vibrant.
Yeah. No, LA, that's why I moved to Miami.
Yeah.
LA got hit really hard after we were on lockdown.
Yeah.
It just became a whole different city. Because I remember even when we first moved 2018, it was the saturation was
Yeah,
off.
there was some saturation for
But
sure.
then after the saturation, you guys
Yeah.
went down, down, down. But it's getting back there. LA is getting back there, especially when we go to events and go to
Yeah.
Beverly Hills and stuff. It's
They're trying
they're trying, but
to
it
bring
got
back.
hit.
I feel like they're trying to
Miami
bring back the
got
nightlife.
hit too.
Yeah.
So I remember when I would go there for
South
spring
Beach,
break and
yeah.
South Beach. Oh, South Beach is not the same as it was.
I couldn't imagine, dude, we used to be walking around South Beach without a care in the world.
Yeah.
And now I'd be like, I
No.
want to just walk around there like
No,
all
South
willy nilly.
Beach is different too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when we had less responsibility, life was just so fun. Can you like, do you remember those days? Like
Yeah, I do.
my biggest concern in life was like, what makeup tutorial am I filming when I get home? Did you see that one meme where it was like, life got so serious, I don't do my makeup for fun and take pictures anymore? Remember
I
we'd
haven't
do
seen
that?
that meme, but yeah, I know.
Remember
what
we
you're
just
talking
like
about.
sit there. Dude, do you remember us? Like today I like barely wore any makeup. I was not in the mood to do makeup. And when I literally went to an event. I actually went to a movie premiere this morning with this makeup, like super light. Like I'm just wearing concealer and like
look
lips.
beautiful, though.
Thank you. But it's like I was really thinking about it. And I'm like, dude, we used to sit down and put on foundation, lashes, highlight and contour every single
Every
to
day.
go to the grocery store.
No, you know, I was the girl that would wake up at 5 a.m. before school and
Yeah.
like do my hair, do my makeup. I would
Yeah.
wear heels to school.
Dude.
to my high school.
I just can't even that feels so heavy. Even like we do
Yeah,
full foundation and like
crazy.
not just like a little. Now we do the little half lash. Like this was like
Yeah.
Lily Lash's
I
Miami
didn't
flair.
like that time though. You know, I didn't like
Yeah.
that time. The 2016 makeup
Yeah.
that I
You would
tried.
do it.
I would do it because it
It
was
was in. Yeah.
what the makeup was at that time. But I was never really a fan of that
Yeah.
makeup, to be honest.
But yeah, like I said, this morning we went to a kids movie premiere.
Uh-huh.
We just took Kayvon. It was for Paddington in Peru.
I don't know that movie.
Paddington is like a bear. It's like a talking bear.
Huh?
I've never seen
it
any of the
new?
movies. No, it's like it's
Remake?
they have this is like I think the third movie in like the series.
Oh.
But it was really cute. It was super cute. And just Kayvon loves his movie premieres. I'm like, dude, Kayvon got himself, like he grabbed his sunglasses.
Oh, yes.
He grabbed his sunglasses by himself and like put them on to go to his movie premiere, walking around. We went to Air One afterwards. And I'm like, Kayvon is 4 years old and his days are spent going to like movie premieres, Air One. I'm like, literally when I was 5 years old, I was sitting in the back of Mama and Baba's restaurant waiting until they had a free moment to take me to the Westerville Rec, possibly. Like
Literally,
to swim if we were lucky.
Yes,
Like
that was
this
our
is
life.
his life.
Yeah.
You know, I
That's
always worry.
insane.
I always worry, like as a parent who's lucky enough that my kids live such a privileged life, I don't want them to be spoiled. And that's something I fear. I don't want
Yeah.
I want them to be privileged and like I work hard for them to have these things. I never want to be the parent that like purposely doesn't give things to my kids because I want them to learn the hard way.
Yes, I agree with you. I feel that a good way with that is to kind of have them do chores and like earn certain things. Like you're going to get it for them anyway, but be like, if you clean your room for the next week, I'll get you this instead of like, Mommy, I want this here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, you're also teaching your kids to do their responsibilities for a reward, which I also think is kind of negative as well.
See, you guys,
It's
like
too
I'm
hard.
always like, with kids, it's so scary because you don't know if you're teaching them the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I feel that as a parent, that's not your intention. Like, oh, I want to teach my kid wrong, but you don't want them. I don't know. Sometimes when I hear of like childhood traumas, I'm like, sometimes the parents didn't know they were giving you that trauma.
You don't know how you're going to affect your kid until they're older.
Oh,
I know.
it's so tough.
It's so tough. And you don't even realize what affected you as a kid until you're older as well. Like some of the habits you have
Yeah.
literally stems like from your childhood.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't even know. You don't even know. Yeah. That's the hard part of being a parent. You're like, let me not like mess
But
up
I
this
get
human
it, though.
being.
You don't want spoiled brats.
Yeah.
As your kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel that chores are really, that's why I always say, for example, I never had my own pet. So we had family pets, like our rest in peace, our dog Pepsi.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe Pepsi's gone.
Oh,
I
I love
know.
Pepsi. That was my little
know.
Pomeranian. And we have Coca, of course. But I always thought when I do have kids, that's when I would get a pet to teach them responsibility, like feed the dog, let's take the dog out for a walk, just so they're not just spoiled and self-centered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I always thought. But I feel like in your case, you have 3 kids.
Oh,
So it's
no,
like, that's
I'm
enough.
not,
That's
no
enough.
pets.
But
No pets.
if I have like 1 or even 2, I would probably get a pet just to teach them.
You know what?
I might regret it because what if it's like, it's too much?
It's going to end up being you and your husband's responsibility. I promise you that.
I know, but like once in a while, teach them something.
Yeah.
No?
Maybe a turtle instead of a dog. No, but you know what? I would be a much better dog owner now because I walk so much. But like I would need a dog that could walk. Not all dogs can walk.
That's the thing that kills me with like walking them in the morning and night.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a backyard, you just let them go on. But I don't want my dog to shit in the backyard. Not like when we just leave it. Some people like literally leave their backyard just full of shit. I could not do that.
Backyard is okay.
I gotta
Backyard is
clean it
great. But like, for example, where I live with our apartment,
Yeah.
7 a.m.
Yeah.
Your eyes are still, and you have to go and you see so many people, right? Because it's a whole apartment building.
Yeah.
You're going to be in an elevator. You can't just throw a robe on and take your dog downstairs.
Well, technically you can. It's your free will as a human. But
you know how in our previous episode we talked about like having respect for public
Yeah.
places? I don't think that's respectful for a public place.
well, some apartment complexes have little dog parks.
They do, but it's on the 9th floor.
Yeah.
So you have to like come down the elevator. Yeah, I always feel for people with dogs. And in Miami, everyone has a dog.
Yeah.
I'm one of the few. It's like weird that I don't have a dog.
Same in Spain. I think it's also like in Latin culture. I don't know. In Spain, everybody had a dog as well. That's like
Yeah.
what you do. You get a dog.
Yeah.
But it's also, I think it's like the walkability.
Yeah.
If I had an apartment, if I was gonna have a dog in an apartment, I was like getting a dog. I'd get like a really small dog. You can have them pee on the pee pad, you know? Technically, you don't have to take them out. Like some dogs are like complete house dogs.
Yeah, but I don't feel that that's good for the dog. The
Yeah, no, I
dog needs
agree.
to go
Get like a little
outside.
balcony. But
Uh,
wait, I have a question. When you flew here, did they
mhm.
serve like a meal?
No, when I fly to LA, they bring a round of drinks and snacks like
Yeah,
the
that's
Biscoff,
typical. Yeah.
the Biscoff, but no, meals are there for purchase.
I feel like all my international flights, they always serve a meal,
Yeah,
sometimes two.
international flights serve meals.
But even if it's short, like from Doha to Maldives, it was 5 hours, which is like us flying from here,
Oh.
from LA to Miami, Miami or Ohio. And they served like a full on meal,
Hmm.
like food.
Yeah,
So I'm
I
like, I
know
guess
international flights, there's typically always a meal, but here, no.
they also had a pillow and blanket
Yeah.
for us. I feel like that's American, like just American based airlines. I feel like they don't do all that.
No. One time, you guys, I don't know what it was, but this airplane, not only was it frigid frozen, I typically, when I go to the airport, I'm bringing
Yeah.
my coat, I wear my zip up. Like, I don't play in the airports because I get really cold. And this one time, it was even colder than usual because there was this air, like some
Yeah.
type of air blowing on me the entire time. I was frozen. And I asked the flight attendant, can I get a blanket? She said, we don't have any blankets. And I asked her, I could purchase it. Just give me a
Yeah.
blanket, please. I'm freezing. She's like, we don't have blankets. And I was just sitting there confused. I'm like, I feel that that's proper just to have. Maybe
Even a
not give it
child.
to everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe not give it to everybody.
Yeah.
But just to have it in the back
Yeah.
for emergencies or something.
Yeah.
No blanket, no pillows. It was insane.
Dude, these planes don't even have milk.
Yeah.
Like I remember a few flights, like we needed milk, like even to purchase, no milk.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. Like no meal, no milk, no blankets,
Nothing.
no pill, like literally, and like
Nothing.
prices are the highest they've ever been. And it's just like,
Yeah.
here's your seat. Apparently
Yeah.
seats are smaller than they used to be as well.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
And personally, the I feel like the longest flight in the US is probably 5-6 hours, right? Like the
Yeah.
Miami to LA flight is probably maybe one of the longest. Maybe
Yeah.
not the longest, but it's on the longer side. And it drives me insane when those planes don't have the TV. And they
Oh,
expect
yeah.
you to watch on a tablet or something.
Or your phone, you can download the app.
Yeah.
Because then like your battery is just going to get eaten
your
up.
battery.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel that I get shorter flights not having it, maybe, but longer flights, I was so confused.
Yeah. That is weird.
Yeah, this one didn't have it. I was just like so, and it was American. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on, y'all.
Yeah,
And-
America, step your game up.
Do you know what I miss? I miss when you can get a direct flight from Columbus to LA. Remember that?
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, you could fly direct.
Yeah, now
You
it's
can
not a thing.
Spirit, you can.
No, now you can't. And I noticed flights to from Miami to Columbus, it's more expensive than Miami to LA. And I thought it was
Really?
crazy because of the distance.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it. Miami to LA is a pretty common flight.
Yeah.
People, like, those are two major cities. But
Yeah.
I don't feel that a lot go to Columbus.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why.
Yeah. I mean, also, have you been seeing all the plane crashes that's been happening?
Oh,
That I can't. We've had 2 in 1 week.
that's so scary.
It's so. Did they say anything when you were flying in? They didn't make a comment about it.
No,
I don't know, dude. Like that sounds absolutely terrifying. It's so sad.
so scary.
You know, our next episode is Valentine's Day themed. That'd be
Well,
fun.
we're already set up in theme with the pink.
Yes. You know what? I literally am not in the mood to do anything crazy for Valentine's Day.
Really?
I'm not. I'm really just
I feel
not.
like Valentine's Day is not a crazy holiday. It's more about
Yeah.
love and
Yeah.
being intimate.
I kind of want to spend Valentine's Day like with the kid. Like Mel and I just went on a trip together. Like I just want to spend it with like the kids.
That's cute.
I mean, then Mel and I could hang out like after the kids go to sleep. But I want to do something special with my babies.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Dude, they're so
yummy.
they're so
They're
yummy.
so delicious.
Dude, K-Vom, he was seeing like my Maldives. I was showing him like pictures. He's like, I want to go there, mommy. I was like, okay, next time I'll take you. I promise. I promise.
Oh my gosh, you got me the Dubai chocolate.
Did you eat it? Did you get it yet?
No.
It's at my house.
Oh.
I also got you a Cadbury. They didn't have Milka full bars, but I got you a Cadbury chocolate. You like Cadbury too,
I
right?
like Cadbury too. Milka's
Yeah.
my favorite, but in the US, Milka's really hard to find.
Did you go to World Market?
There is none in Miami. I
Oh,
was
we
thinking
have
about
some.
going here. And I also want to go to World Market because I want traditional European coffee.
Mm.
I have not had coffee in the US that I'm like, it tastes like European coffee.
Yeah.
It tastes like you said about the saturation. It tastes like you took the vibrance down. Like it has no life in it.
Dude.
Like the coffee here, and I've tried it all. I have an espresso machine for all.
Yeah.
Like it's not coffee. Like it doesn't have that
Dude,
power to it.
saturation has been off on everything. I literally remember like eating Panera. Like, I swear to God, if the FBI wanted to get some information out of me, if they would have just slid me a Frontiga chicken panini with the freaking chips on the side, I would fold. Like, that's how good Panera was to me back in the day. And now it's like you go places and it's like,
What happened?
there, you know what? Also, there's no love in anything anymore. Like no
Yeah.
one makes any. No one feels. No one feels like working anymore. That's the problem at hand. No one wants to do it anymore. I get it. Like everywhere you go, it's like literally like even asking an employee a question, like you feel like you're inconveniencing their life.
Yeah.
You know,
I
or
think
even
it's
like
because-
customer service, like it's just not there. Like again, everything like the saturation
went off. I think it's because robots are gonna take over. But that's another
Honestly-
topic for another time.
Honestly, if they can bring me back the OG Frontiga panini, I'm full.
Okay, robot.
Dude, that one, the bacon turkey bravo,
Uh-huh. No.
the bistro salad. That's very OG.
Oh, the steak salad?
The bistro steak
Oh,
salad.
Naz, that one was good.
That one was
I
good.
had Panera last time I was here. I just went by myself because there's no Paneras really in Miami.
Really?
Not around where I am, maybe in the
Yeah.
suburbs. But where I'm at, there's barely any Paneras. And when I was here last time, I went to Panera. Oh my God, I ate that with love.
Really? It was good?
It doesn't even taste the same. No joke. You're right. The food doesn't taste the same because a long time ago, I remember I loved Big Macs. Okay. I literally loved Big Macs, but I just don't eat them because they're not good for you, obviously. But I don't eat them often. And I don't know what happened. I think a few months back it wasn't a few months back. It was when we were going to Disney World. And I think Mama, Baba, and I stopped at a McDonald's. And I'm like, this is not McDonald's. I don't know what I'm eating.
Do you think it's also because of your lifestyle change? Like you don't eat seed oils anymore? Like your body
Maybe.
just kind of rejects anything that's not.
Maybe, but Panera didn't taste the same to me either, but I still enjoyed it. It was still really good.
I just feel like they got rid of everything that I loved. Remember the chicken Caesar sandwich?
Where?
At Panera, the chicken Caesar sandwich.
I never ate the chicken sandwich. Was it the
Frontiga.
panini? That one was really
Frontiga panini.
And I love their soups. The tomato soup is really good. The broccoli, but it's not made the same anymore.
Dude, they have fried chicken sandwiches now.
Mac and cheese, pizzas.
They have flatbreads. No, the fried chicken sandwich is crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. We should
Yeah.
try it out.
we should.
Yasmin has been asking. I feel so bad. Yasmin's been asking to go to Chili's for like 3 months at this point.
You know what it is,
Do you want to go to
guys?
Chili's tonight? I'm actually very hungry.
I'm down.
You want to go to Chili's?
Let's do it.
Let's go to Chili's.
Guys, you know what it is? When I'm in Miami, I eat so clean.
Yeah.
I do go out to dinner like here and there, I do. But for the most part, I try to keep it as clean as possible because I know when I come here, it's like Mama and Baba's food. We're eating out,
Yeah.
the kids' snacks,
Yeah.
chocolate, this and that. So I'm like, or I would just fall off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I was telling her, and plus, guys, I feel that it's fun eating with like your sister. I don't know.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah. It's more fun. Guys, Naz and I send each other the memes and the TikToks. You know the stuff that we post on What My Sister
Yeah.
stories? We need to keep up with it more.
Yeah, but we send
But
it to
it's
each
just
other.
so funny sometimes.
Yeah, so you know how now with the new feature you can see like people's likes like on the reels. Like you click on the hearts.
You can?
Wait, you haven't seen that?
Wait, what do you mean? Like who liked it?
No, like you haven't seen. You haven't updated your. I don't. Mine automatically updates, but look when you go to
What?
reels, look. This shows
Oh.
what people like.
Oh.
You haven't seen that, guys? Yasmin always loves the most sappy.
What do I
There's one I saw. I think I screenshot it to send to you, but I forgot to send it.
What?
But it was one of an iceberg, and it was like how much my sister thinks I love her versus how much I actually love her. And it was like the tip of the iceberg versus the bottom. And I'm like, you didn't even like send that to me. Like you just liked it. And like
I do.
Yasmin only likes stuff about loving her sister. And you always love things about cancers. Like she always loves zodiac cancer stuff, or it'll be something like, I don't know, something about like opening your third eye, like spiritualism, like all of that. Those are her three niche on her For You page.
Oh, that's so funny. I don't even think about it. Like sometimes when I like something, when I read it, I don't even think about it and I tap it. Like
really?
I don't
Now you
people see.
Some of my friends be liking crazy shit. I'm like,
Really?
I don't think they know that
Oh
people
man, I need to be more careful because
You
I
don't
just
see
sometimes
this?
tap it. I thought it was only people that you follow. And like, for example, it will say like Nazanin, Kavari and others like this
No,
post.
look, like as you swipe, look, like 3 of my mutuals have it's your mutuals.
Oh.
But
oh my
yeah,
gosh,
let's
I need to be
see
more
if I can
careful.
see one of Yasmin's.
Sometimes I don't even think about it and I just tap.
Really?
That iceberg one, I specifically remember because I'm like, that's true.
No, people be like, oh, here's one that you liked.
What?
Other colors in my closet trying to get my attention.
Yeah, I know. I'm such a
Black.
We're blue today.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I love black, you guys. I just love wearing black. I don't know what it is.
People be exposing themselves with these likes though.
No.
I literally was able to tell someone like broke up with their man based on all the reels that she was liking. I'm like, okay, so you broke up with the narcissist, abusive man. I can tell.
I can always tell when somebody is going through a breakup because they start wearing less and going out more. Listen, but not women, men, okay? The men, like they start posting selfies and start going out with their boys and taking out pictures of their fits a little more than usual.
I don't like that's such a turn off. A
That's
man,
so
like a
embarrassing.
selfie.
Bro,
Ew. That's
can't.
another topic for another day.
I was literally, never mind.
What?
I'm
Say
just
it.
not gonna say
Say it.
I don't want to say it.
Say it.
A guy like posted a selfie and I was literally gonna comment back like, you forgot your lip gloss. Like your lip gloss.
I know, literally.
Like literally.
We need to make a whole episode on like icks about men because it's so true. Like
icks just come up.
Bro, I literally hate when a man says he's cold. I saw a TikTok of all these guys huddled like at the bar under a heater, like under the space heater. And I was really like, ew.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like heaters are for women.
No, I think
why are you there?
You're right. You're right. I like it when the man like takes. I was actually on a date like recently, and I was, you know how I get really cold sometimes, and it was literally cold, and he had on a light jacket, like a lighter jacket. I could tell he was cold too, but he took off his jacket. And he was like literally sleeveless, and he put it on top of me, and I'm like, it's cold. Like you can keep your jacket. He's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
and like held his composure.
Yeah, that's what I like.
That's the sexiest thing.
Yeah.
Like when a man can literally take the cold.
You know, speaking of Valentine's Day, do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
I don't know.
Little secret Valentine?
I'll tell you after.
Oh my God. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode here.
Yes.
This was fun catching up with you guys. Yes. We're going to go to Chili's.
Are we really? Don't
I'm
excite
down.
me with a good time.
It's next to the spot too.
Oh, yes. I love the spot. You guys, you know what's weird? I don't really like smoking. Like I'm not a big fan of like hookah or anything, but I like the hookah vibe.
And the tea vibe.
I like the tea.
Yeah.
I like the chill vibe. I wish there were more chill vibed places. And there's not. There's only like hookah.
You can go to lounges. You got to go to a lounge, not like a club.
What,
like a lounge. Like a rooftop lounge. I feel like a lot of hotels have a good like
but it's not
like
the
drinks
hookah vibe.
and
I get it. There's a lot of that in Miami, but it's still louder music. Like just the hookah vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and they serve food too if you're feeling
if we're
peckish.
Going to Chili's, let's go to I keep seeing the thing on my For You page, the triple
dipper. That's what she wants, the triple.
Yeah.
Miss Seed Oil Queen has been feeding for the triple dipper.
I don't eat, like I keep it so healthy.
No, you're so lucky to live alone because literally it's like if I was able to just like, I have so much more self-control. After I dropped this 10 pounds, I'm like, I'm keeping what I got. Like I'm not doing that again. But literally it's like, I wish like the things that I, like just not even purchasing it.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I mean?
know.
Like, so it's just out of sight, out of mind.
I do notice that when I grocery shop and I buy a lot of foods, I eat stuff that I wouldn't eat if it wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking it
Yeah.
in.
That's why I'm like, I just don't even buy that stuff anymore. But yeah, we said we're going to wrap up this episode.
Yes.
So we'll
Thank
see you
you guys so
guys.
much for watching, and we'll see you next
Yes.
time. Bye, loves.
Bye.